broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
I know this song.
Oh, you know this one? You know this one more than I know this song. Yo, what up, AFTERBUZZ? It's your boy DJ Jesse Janedy here in studio for the challenge, MTV's Battle of the Exes II. I don't know why we have the rivals up here.
Wait.
Are we about to turn into some rivals? What?
Wait.
Is that what about to happen? Whoa.
We foreshadowing or something?
You're really strong.
I am joined in studio by my lovely co-host. We have Miss Roxy Striar.
Hello. Happy to be here.
The myth, the legend, Sir Mark Long.
Welcome all these fine guests out here.
And we have a
fresh
packed
faces.
studio audience, ladies and gentlemen, from MTV's The Challenge to Battle of the Exes. We have Miss Brittany and Miss Jonna.
Hey guys.
What up, ladies?
Hello. What up?
Play. Where's our sensei?
We're missing Don't Play because she's too busy playing right now. You know what I'm saying?
She's at the club,
She out, turned up.
working out tracks.
On a Tuesday.
But that's fine. I mean, I feel like we're in the club. Y'all still playing damn music. Can we start the show?
Oh, and there we are.
love it.
We don't
I
have
love
to be rivals anymore. We
Hey,
can
we're
just
back
be
to exes.
There it is.
So,
Boom, look at that.
Before we
Bam.
get into tonight's episode, I have to ask the two of you guys. Obviously, for MTV's challenge, this was a big change. Let's start with you, Jonna. So you sitting there, you know, you've done previous challenges.
Yes, this is my 5th.
God bless you.
You find out that new rookies are coming, and it's Are You the One? What was your initial thought? Like, what the hell?
Just be honest, girl.
I'm going to be honest. I don't have a TV, and I didn't know what Are You the One was.
Okay.
Nani had to explain it to me, actually.
How did you even find out, though, that it was going to be Are You the One people?
When they walked in,
Really?
I pretty much was like, I don't know what's going on.
You were like, who are these people that I've never
Yeah.
seen before?
You know what she really thought? Oh, they're all going to get voted in first.
Yes, that is what I thought, yes.
Of course, that's what you
Because I was
think.
like, perfect.
Right?
Perfect.
For you, Britt, coming off of Are You the One, and then MTV hits you up talking about, do you want to go on the challenge? Were you a little skeptical at first, or were you like, fuck yeah?
I totally was like, hell yeah. I mean, growing up watching the Real World and the challenge, I mean, it was kind of an honor being asked to be on the challenge, you know? Like, I loved it. And walking out there, I knew I was going to be crapped on, I'm not going to lie. I knew it. Coming from a different show, and I'm a rookie, new blood, I knew right off the bat that I had an automatic X on me, and I was going to be thrown into the dome. I just knew it.
So who were you?
So you knew your ex was coming. You knew it was going to be exes?
I didn't know where my ex was going. I'm just saying I knew that there was going to be an X, like a target on my back as far as getting thrown into the dome.
Who were you most excited to see? Obviously, I wasn't there, so I'm taken out of that list. So who from the cast that you saw were you like, ooh, there's Bananas, or there's CT, or there's Wes's white body?
I was actually really excited to meet Nani, believe it or not. Really
Nice.
excited to meet her. I know that we have similar personalities, so I'm like, dude, her and I would probably gel very well, which we did naturally. And Bananas, man, you gotta love the legend. Bananas is the
He's
man.
great.
Come on now.
Boy.
I mean, I've heard you talk about Bananas a couple times.
I know.
I gotta say, anything
I know,
about-
Hannah.
The Exes 3. We have crossover episodes.
Maybe they'll just do battles of the might be soons. Like,
Battle of the Crushes. They always should do a Battle of the Crushes. They always should.
Might be crushing on Bananas just a little bit, I'm not gonna lie.
Battle of the Crushes. That way they could throw anybody up
I
in
know.
that
That's,
bitch.
come on, they do it anyway.
All right, well, let's start with this episode. So, Britt, let's just go straight to you because we opened with you and Adam. Now, what is going on with this relationship, y'all? Because it came off like, at first you guys were like, oh, I can't stand it. Then you guys do the first challenge and he's like, I love you. And then you're like, all right. And then it kind of seems like you might be kind of being flirtatious with him. Then he's telling everybody, he's like, nah, that ain't going to happen.
and then you
with that.
69'd, and that
On
was
the dance
fine.
floor.
And then we made out a little bit.
And
you
also,
made out.
like, where's your mind at?
All right, so Adam and I, whenever we get drunk, we have, I call it flirtatious fun. That's what we do. We get drunk, we have fun. The next day we kind of try to forget what happens, but then everybody comes up to us and they're like, oh my God, you guys just made out. And everybody makes it a big deal. We have a very push and pull type relationship. We do. We hate each other, but we're pretty decent friends. It's hard to explain.
Is it friends, or is it, you know what, I know we're going to have to do stuff with each other in the future, so we can keep it cordial?
It's weird
because I didn't watch Are You the One, so I don't really know what the, relationship was for y'all.
Our relationship on Are You the One was totally different than the challenge. On Are You the One, we absolutely hated each other. It was like vinegar and water. Completely did not get along. And then when it came to the challenge, we were forced to work together. So when it came to competing, we did very well together, as you guys have seen in the past 3 domes. We competed amazingly. But what you guys don't see is when we're inside of the house, literally, aside from the challenges and the competitions, and Jonna can vouch for me, him and I spent no time together. I was with the girls.
Are you obsessed with him? Yes or no, are you obsessed with him?
Dude, not at all. And I don't know if that's...
He's so upset every time.
I don't know if that's him secretly being in love with me or what, because that's all he talks about. That's all he talks about. I feel like it's him projecting it onto me, because I have no feelings.
Well, does it do it with Jesse, or is it something like cockiness of yeah, she likes me, she wants to fuck me,
It might just be his stupid ego, too, because honestly, I have no feelings for him. It's been over a year. We haven't hooked up. Nothing like that.
But you did.
We made out.
No, but you did have feelings for him at one point in time.
Over a year ago on Are You the One, correct.
Okay.
Well, it must be getting pretty serious, because I notice he's wearing your tank tops in his interviews. I noticed that right off the bat.
Wait, I thought
usually when you borrow someone's tank top, it's pretty fucking serious.
Yeah, I think Adam likes to snoop through our stuff and
no, they came and asked me if it was a girl's tank top, and I was like, oh, I have the exact same one. It was just a different color. He's like, this isn't a girl's tank top, it's for guys.
So you guys did,
no, it's definitely Under Armour's women's tank top.
So you guys did confront him on the female top.
Yes.
Okay.
You guys probably have a lot to bond about right now, because number one,
wearing the same shirts,
but I'm talking about you two, because you both won in tonight's episode, winners, and also you both have 2 partners who seem to be dickheads. So congratulations on that.
Hey,
I
must be why we're friends.
Does that? No, seriously though, does that help you guys to bond when you have 2 men that are, for lack of better words, treating you both kind of like crap?
Domineering.
Yeah.
They're very domineering. Those.
I don't know if they're like that all the time, but the way they're portraying themselves on the show is that they don't treat women particularly well. Or
They don't.
Maybe that's why we bonded in our room, because we were just sitting there is this serious?
Do I really have to work with him, and is he really my partner?
Are they like that off camera though, or is this something I want to look cool? I feel like it's high school, I want to look cool for my buddy, so I'm going to pretend that she's obsessed with me, even though I was the one who was holding her upside down by my crotch.
I don't know why they do that,
but it's the same way.
I don't know if it makes him feel better by saying they're so obsessed with me.
Off camera, I would admit Adam's a little bit more quiet and more reserved, so I feel like he may put on a show a little bit when it comes to TV. But I think he just treats women poorly in general, too, because I've heard from friends and sources that he doesn't know how to keep a relationship.
Are you keeping tabs on him a little bit?
Him and I are, like I said, him and I are still friends. We do talk on the phone and whatnot.
Guys, it's 2015. There's social media. You can keep tabs on anybody without having feelings for them.
We should start.
Yeah, it's true. We know everything. We know everything.
Okay, 1, pause. Lift your microphone up a little bit so we can get you. It sounds
and I shouldn't
good.
be slouching. I'm
2, Jonna. All right, you've been watching this show, right? And how do you feel about the editing on the show? Because is it editing, or is it because it kind of comes off like Zach is so done and over you, and you are still kind of crushing.
It sucks because every time I say I will always have feelings for Zach, or I will always care about Zach. I will always care about him as a friend, and they just kind of use that and edit it and make it seem like I am still really into him. Mm-hmm. It's not the case.
Does Zach care about you as a friend?
No.
But you still
that's what we were working towards, is we went so long without speaking to one another. All I wanted the entire time, we did 2 challenges without talking at all, and all I wanted the whole time was to just be friends with him.
Well, you had a moment like that tonight. Does this carry over after the challenge ends? Are you guys cordial now? Do you speak?
Oh, we don't speak. No.
So it's back to square
one. I was hoping that we could be friends, but you'll see.
It's almost like
you'll see what happens.
Point,
there is no point. I think I finally, after being on this with him, I was able to kind of close that part of my life and kind of move on and realize that I'm too great of a person to even want him to be friends with me. Like, I don't have time for that.
Girl,
you know?
like he bouncing from girl to girl.
And you're
houses.
you're making out with other boys on
Get
the show
an apartment,
too.
sure,
kind
before you
of
start
showing
playing
it
other
up.
people.
I like making out with people.
All right, well, let's talk about that for a second, because I've got to say, it's a little bit of a weird look.
We gotta just
Yeah,
get it out.
of course.
Girl.
I'm just gonna
Swinger
say,
party.
it's a little bit of a weird look because we're watching Zach with Jenna, and people are saying that they're the Barbie and Ken, and it's obviously awkward. And Jay is admitted that he's not completely over her, and you guys are standing there, and it was kind of like, well, I guess if they're gonna do it.
I think it was a little pressure of the cameras too. Like, everyone was there, and we were at this bar that was like a square, and they were like, kissing and making out, and then they like kind of did this whole like challenge thing,
It was like
and
a
then
rap battle.
like this?
yeah, and then the cameras are like,
Yeah.
They're like, are they
and I'm
gonna
like,
do it?
the first time that it happened, I literally like ran away from Jay. I was like, no, I don't want to. Like, I was like, this is stupid. But then I was
he's
just
like,
like,
this is a
whatever.
TV show.
Yeah.
Do you, I don't even mean like romantically or whatever. Do you like Jay? Is he a cool guy?
He's a cool guy. Like, I'm not. Yeah, he's not really my type, but
So,
I think he's cool.
They edited to make it seem like you guys were building some sort of friendship that it really wasn't even that.
I mean, we were building a friendship. We might have kind of been bonding over the fact that we both had to sit there and like watch our exes hook up, and everyone in the house, that's all they talk about, and that's all they ask you about in your interviews. So, I mean, I did make a connection with him, but it's not like something that I would ever want to pursue.
Okay, and then one more question, then we'll get off of that topic. But like, was there a point where you were just like, get me the fuck out this house right now? Like, I'm sitting here eating pizza across from these motherfuckers. Like, no.
That happens a lot.
So awkward.
Yeah, that one scene with the pizza party. I mean, how often do you have to sit with everybody there has made out with everybody there, and you're just kind of staring at each other eating pizza? I think
Rox. Come on, it's
No, I haven't seen a lot.
2015.
Yeah.
Who hasn't?
Come on.
You and Robin always, you're going out for.
What? Come on.
Hey, just because you ain't sitting on that couch, we can dig up some past.
What's
Just
going
kidding.
on? Come
It was
on.
a joke.
Throwing out the tape.
We're guests.
Now, since you guys, obviously we're in the house, we see this thing with Nani and Bananas starting to form, which we were confused about that they even like had something going on.
Did she ever tell you the deal? Because from my point of how I thought it happened was they like hooked up, and then he went to spend like a weekend with her at some concert in Georgia
Arizona.
or something, or Arizona.
Yeah,
so it was like a
Nani and I
long
lived in
weekend,
Arizona.
right? But like, was there anything after that, or am I missing something? Because
And that was years ago.
Yeah,
was a little
I'm not
bit.
sure. I just know that there were like
was short,
Afghans
though, right?
involved.
but it was a short-lived kind of hookup, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it.
It sounded like to me that they connected through social media, and then they met up before, and like things started happening, and she kind of was the one who pulled back.
She did, yeah.
And
she was afraid. I think he maybe had feelings for her, liked her, and wanted to, meet with her in New York, and she just kind of freaked out and didn't show
wanna do
up.
it.
Really? So the emotions that we're seeing tonight are like legit caused off of this sort of
Unfinished business or
Right.
whatever. Yeah.
how much of it do you guys feel like is because she's stuck in a house with him and she has nothing else to think about? Or how much do you feel like if it was they were outside in public in the real world, it would be the same way?
Yeah, I don't know. Being an exes really takes a toll on you. Like being in the house, I think out of all the challenges that I've done, it's like one of the hardest ones to do because you're literally put in a house and you're partnered with someone who knows you better than anyone else, but like hates your guts. So
You know what's
I don't know,
awkward?
it's hard.
What's
So
awkward too is because she's partnered with Bananas, and when Bananas has a girlfriend at home, it's always awkward then too, because even though Nani was maybe trying to show some affection somewhat, Johnny has to be on that, all the time.
Cameras.
You can't, we have to just be partners. If the cameras come in here, get on. Yeah.
Well, Leroy, last week backstage, we were talking to Leroy, and he was like, the craziest thing is my girlfriend, every time I have to do an after show or anything, like, Nina's got to be over here, I have to be over here, and the way that they're editing things, and then we see tonight the Jemmy situation.
Yeah.
Right.
And so it's like, you really do kind of have to worry about certain things, but you got to play up a little bit
Yeah.
Because we're on Battle of the Exes.
Yep.
Yeah, and obviously, especially with Bananas, we know that he's really good at making great television. We've seen it for years and years. And also, do you think he picks girls based on like the rhyming of his name? Hannah, Banana, Nani, Johnny.
Nani Banani. Team Banani.
That is pretty good.
Wait, so you guys were in this van or whatever, and it looked like Jemmy was doing the business to Leroy?
Smoking the pole.
I was at the after show last week, and she admitted and said that she didn't do anything with him. So I don't know if that's legitimate or not, but she kept on saying, I didn't do anything. It was a long bus ride, but I didn't do anything. So I don't know, Jemmy, is it true or not true?
I gotta say, you know, we watched last time Nia walk out of the bathroom with Leroy, and that to me is clear that she sucked
She did
his
something,
dick.
yeah.
Yeah, like that's fine. Whatever, that's fine.
Just throwing it out there. Allegedly.
Oh, yeah, but they keep saying it. She's like, well, if I did suck his dick, I was really good at it. So, like, to me, that means you sucked his dick. Whatever. That's fine. Do what you want to do. But I honestly think this one was just a complete, like, she passed out and she was just sleeping on his lap. It didn't seem to me like...
I mean, I hope not that she did that and she watching this episode tonight with Knight sitting right in front. Like, I'm like...
You don't think Knight would have turned around or heard
They can
something?
do a lot with editing.
Exactly.
I don't know.
I feel like she was in the clear this time.
Well,
Not always, but
let's
this
talk
time.
about the challenge that was called Brush Off. Now, you guys had to run into this pool of paint. Was it just paint? Because it looked like Pepto-Bismol.
No, it was like pink paint mixed with soap.
It was all gooey and kind of warm,
Slime.
and I kind of liked it.
Slime.
I was like rolling around in it and playing in it.
It's a nice exfoliation, huh?
Yeah.
Felt really clean
I
after.
like
I believe this is where people say, ain't nobody got time for that. Like, you're like rolling around playing in it, you're in the middle of the
Don't ever do
challenge.
that again.
I like it. I was like
can't do
rolling in
that.
it.
That was good.
I don't have tea.
You did.
Warm and gooey.
So it's warm and gooey. You
was
guys have to run
sticky.
into this paint, and then you had to transfer it onto your partner. Well, you had to climb this rope ladder, transfer it onto your partner. They had to jump on like a body bag.
Paint by numbers.
Yeah, and paint in these square things.
Could you guys tell how well you were doing?
No.
At
Not
any
really.
point?
No.
You couldn't really tell.
Because you had
I
to
just
run
kept
back.
running.
Yeah.
Now, is there
Back and
strategy
forth.
talks before this, or is it just winging it? Is there like,
I mean, we were able to see like one group go, and
I'm gonna come over and molest you.
And then you molest me back.
the only strategy that we had was to be like to let him know when I was like back to climb up, so that he could come out.
Why
of
do
the
you have like
pool.
a holler at him?
It's all
Yeah,
shenanigans.
just yelled.
Secret call?
Secret mating call. I don't think I really had any
his
type of
name.
strategy. It was more just how fast can you get up there and put as much paint on you as possible. I tried to use my hair
Silly
too because I had like a lot of hair. So I would like soak it all up and
Scoop it
then
up.
dump it all on him. You guys don't see that, but I try to use my hair as like a paintbrush.
What was the hardest part of this challenge for you?
I would say once you got to the top of the platform, for me, it was very slippery, and every time I would slip, I would get I think you too, my legs would get all cut up.
Cut up. Oh,
Disgusting.
yeah, definitely. Because afterwards, it was so soapy. We had to like rinse like with vinegar showers. Like it was
Wow,
gross.
it was
And
stingy.
it burned all of my cuts.
How come everything else got off of you guys, but everybody's hands looked like they were dyed for days?
Because I
My
think they were
feet,
dyed
too.
How long did that? Yeah, how long did that take to get totally off you guys? Was this
For me,
days, weeks?
for me, about a week.
a while.
Oh, so
Like,
we're gonna see in other challenges.
you'll
you
see,
guys
like,
be
I
paint?
think Jenna's
might
hair
see
is
it.
pink for like the rest of the challenge.
That's so awesome.
Interesting. All right, so
No more Barbie doll there. Were you secretly happy about that?
Bubblegum Barbie.
Wear that pink hair. I'm just kidding. She seems perfectly nice.
It'd be cute.
So the
I was
first
like-
heat was Leroy, Nia, Jay, Jenna, Wes, Teresa, Adam, Brittany, Knight, and Jemmy. Wes and Teresa was hilarious to watch.
He's just like the most albino ever. hard to look
When
for.
Wes gets a call that he's going to be in a challenge, he forcefully does not go out in the sun from the time
It's
he
a
gets the
shtick.
call till he shows up to the
It's a
challenge.
shtick. It really
it's almost like
shows out.
he forces himself. He's like Casper the Ghost, that guy. He really is.
He lathers himself up in sunscreen too. He would come up to me and be like, Britt, help me put on this sunscreen. I'm like lathering him up.
SPF 80.
Swear to God, it's like baby.
speck of sun.
It's baby SPF that I
Oh
put
my
on
God.
him.
He's
Knight
so
and
funny.
Jemmy did a horrible job. And then Adam felt that, Britt, you love to be in his crotch area.
Adam just thinks that I'm obsessed with him, that I love him, that I love doing everything with him, which makes absolutely no sense. Because, like I said, when it came down to the challenges and the competitions, yes, we worked together. But aside from that, we like never talked, didn't hang out. So again, I
Any
think
chance.
it's just for the TV.
Any
Wow.
chance.
Well,
Any
They
chance
set
that
you
he can
up
like
with.
exploit me and say whatever, he just does it on TV.
Well, being a rookie and being from Are You the One, who is he cool with in the house? Like, as as far as like friends? Because I know there was something that he was like rumored to like
Well, he
be
was sucking
obsessed with
Wes's
Wes.
dick, just like Naya.
Oh, the Messiah.
The Messiah.
Yes, that's what
got a
the
little
guys' room
bromance?
called Wes. Like they called him the Messiah because you know Wes. Oh, the guys in the room that was not
So, like,
their
the
room
rookie
upstairs.
room?
The vet guys' room. They would call Wes the Messiah because he had like little minion followers that were like obsessed with
Adam
him.
and
would
Jay.
do-
Adam and Jay were, like, wrapped
would
around
do
his
whatever
finger.
he would say. They're like,
So
it's
that-
like a cult religion.
And that's why Adam was doing that like stripper dance thing because Wes told
Wes
him.
told him.
The veteran guys absolutely hated Adam. They wanted nothing to do with him. They would
Except
we
for
would sit in the
Wes?
room. They would like crap on him all
Except
the
for
time.
Wes.
Except for Wes.
Really?
But Wes had
What
like a
about
master
Jordan?
plan.
Yeah, Wes had
I
a
feel like
plan.
Jordan
Wes had
and
a
Adam
plan.
have similar personalities. No,
Jordan Adam?
Jordan and Adam.
No, because
No, they're both like cool guy people pleasers. Like they want to please the cool guys. So that's like with the West thing.
So
like,
it's
oh, we got to make one.
competition. They don't like each other because it's like, no, I'm trying to suck up to him, dude.
Kind
No,
of, I
fuck
think.
that.
I know. Which your partner's Adam, right?
Yeah.
That's his name. Well, I just think,
Unfortunately.
No, I
just
laugh
botched the
because I
name.
feel the same way. Like,
No, but I'm saying he's
No one can
just,
remember Adam's name. Remember Nicolette?
I couldn't.
that was,
Like
that was
Brittany's
Jay.
partner?
No, he's too busy just trying to like even the Wesses to make everyone like him that he's just bouncing around like a fucking clown. That's basically what he's doing. Right? Am I right or wrong?
I think you're right.
Right.
Here's what I noticed.
That's all he did.
This is going back to the competition. You guys had the only 2 male partners that complained about you guys rubbing your bodies about them or like saying she's just in my crotch or being like, oh, she just wants to touch me. Everybody else, even Bananas, like they make a funny joke about it, but they're not being serious and they're all like, oh, this is funny. We're all in awkward positions. You guys think that like you set
I
up
hate
this
that.
competition on purpose.
But see, I don't think
Like-
no. But when Adam says it, I don't even take him serious. I'm like, oh, okay, he's just trying to say something smart for the camera. But when Zach says, it, I just be looking at Zach like,
Well, I hate it because like in our like OTFs, like our interviews that are on the spot, he's just like, you know, very nice, and he's like, oh yeah, and like flirty and fun, and then he sits in his interviews and makes it. He set me up to make me look like I was trying to touch him and
Do you-
trying to be all over him.
On purpose? Do you
Okay.
think that he is smart enough or malicious enough, whatever you want to call it, that he knew what he was doing there?
Yeah, I think.
I feel like Adam's the
Dirty
same
trick.
way.
really? Why do you say that about Adam?
Because Adam's the type of person, again, he's like a people pleaser, and he would do this in the Are You the One house where he would treat me one way and then treat me differently in front of the group of people. So same thing with on this TV show, he kind of did the same exact thing, and when it comes to interviews, he'll say one thing in front of me, and then when it comes to being alone, he'll say something completely different, and it's so
It's the same with me.
obnoxious.
Zach knows I'm not good with like on the spot confrontation, so he'll be like, "Don't catch feelings for me," and don't whatever, because like I don't know what to say to that.
And
Because I'm
you're
like,
like,
wait,
dude,
what?
I don't have feelings. For
I
you.
know
I why
exactly.
you're saying that, but you can't explain all
yeah,
that.
and
in that
I don't like retaliate or say anything back, and then he goes into his interviews, and because I don't say anything, that's how it looks.
Adam
I
says
guess.
stupid stuff like that too, like, "Oh,
I don't care.
don't get feelings for me," or "Don't act a certain way." And it's like, bro, and you'll see it in the after show. I'm like, "What are you talking about? I'm not obsessed with you. I don't like you. You're not boyfriend material. I just yelled it in front of the whole crowd. Like, get over yourself. Like,
If
your
you
ego
yell
is
something
psychotic."
in front of a crowd, it's true.
Oh, Adam. But I need these guys to realize that this
Post
is,
that. Post that
that
shit.
doesn't get you
Then
Twitter
it's real.
followers. Like that's not cool. That doesn't make you look like a good guy on national television.
No, you guys should read my Twitter posts. The people are like, "He's a douchebag. You deserve so much better."
Retweet all those. Retweet all those. Just retweet
I will
them.
say though,
Retweet everything.
sometimes on this show we'll kind of rag on somebody and then we'll meet them and I'll be like, all right, I feel bad because actually in person you're not a bad person. It's just the way you're portrayed on the show. Do you feel like the 2 of them are getting a bad rap?
Oh no!
Or do you feel like
personally, I know Zach, and I will tell you, I do
I
not
think-
care for him.
I think it's a long time coming for Zach. Like it's finally like I'm on a show with him where I'm just sitting back. I'm no longer trying to defend him
Join
or
that
make things
circus.
look better or anything like that. I'm just letting him look however he's gonna look. And I think this season it's
not going to
so
be such
good.
a
Does he get flack for it? Have you noticed that? Does he get any flack for it?
I don't know. I mean, my followers and different people are all tweeting me, finally encouraging things, saying like,
Right.
"Good job, I'm happy for you." Like, you know, you don't deserve that, whatever. So I think
See,
he's
in
gonna get a
2000
lot of hate.
In 2015, he is going to get a lot of hate. But in 2015, where this is the generation of hoes, prostitutes, sluts, pimps, so if you just look good, have a nice body, he's going to have some sort of fan base because they just want to have sex with him. They know he's a douche, but they just want the long hair, the body, and the dick. You know what I mean? So he's going to have some sort of a fan
It
base.
doesn't sound
breaking
awful.
it down.
I mean, it's just real talk. But he's still a fucking douche. Anyways, moving on to the
He
Heat
called
2.
into the
Jesse,
show and
when
called me
they
a
do,
lady
they're going to
douche.
do a Rivals
True.
4, and Jesse's going to be partnered with Zach.
I would not enter a challenge with Zach.
man.
That's how much I don't like it.
After
But
being
what I
his
will say
partner,
is, Zach, actually, you can go on the challenge and give me a fucking refund. Thank you. Moving on to the Heat number 2. Jonna, Zach, Bananas, Nani, Avery, Johnny, Sarah, Jordan. The winning team was Jonna and Zach.
Hey.
And the losing team was Knight and Jemmy.
How close behind you guys were Sarah and Jordan?
Well, you wouldn't really know.
How
really.
many squares did you fill? Do you know? the
I think
answer?
all of them.
Oh.
I think they did too. I think that if there was any portion of the square missing, even if it was like an inch, they didn't count the whole square. So I think that's how they decided.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
It's such a weird. I feel like that's very arbitrary. Like
Exactly, Roxy. That is the rules of the challenge.
Yes,
you
it's
could
up
look at
to
that.
their discretion.
Did you even get to see afterwards and look, or were they just like?
It was kind of hard because they like pulled it away on a thing, and they were kind of spinning, so I couldn't really see how many
Do you
our
ever
team
think they're
got.
sitting there and just think like, what would make a more interesting show? Probably for you guys to win.
Absolutely.
You plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth.
I'll
Plead the
say
fifth,
yes.
but
I'll say
I
yes.
think sometimes I like to
It's because you say what you want.
create
Mark.
their own TV.
That's why. You know what else? I'll tell you what
I would
else.
agree with that.
Speaking of that, that's why when we do timed events, you're not allowed to have any watches.
that's
You're not
exactly
supposed to
why.
have-
At the
because
dome, you're not allowed
they
to have
keep
any
the
watches.
time, so they know the true time. Give me your watches. We're like, why? We want to keep tracks, man.
See, that's why you got to pay attention to the
See?
sun. The sun tells
Remember
you
the
all.
squares?
No watches and all
I grew up with
Speedos.
Native Americans.
Yeah.
You did.
I think that.
I did.
You did.
That was a serious moment
You
here.
think they wanted it for TV?
All right, what's going on over here?
We'll have to rewind that on YouTube.
Oh,
What happened?
Just kidding. It was
Foreshadow.
yeah, we're just talking about
2 weeks
the
from
whole
now.
speculation where
Okay.
we're kind of agreeing with you guys that we feel like sometimes they do stuff for TV.
Yeah.
For the drama
Give
or
me your
the
watches.
effect, whatever they're
Give me
doing.
your watches.
Your watches.
Well, I want to know this because a fan tweeted me a picture last week. It was Jordan and Sarah when they won the challenge, and they were writing all these names down on this paper, and they were like doing lines and circles, and it was matching names and
And we talked about it last week when we interviewed them. They said that there was all these secret alliances
going on. So,
I didn't know about that.
here's my question for y'all. Well, I didn't know it either until the fan damn tweeted, zoomed in. I'm like, bitch, I feel like damn Carmen Sandiego love it.
They find out more stuff than we do, I swear to God. When
Hey, Brittany, did you know you were on your period that third day?
dude, I shit you not, when I came back from the challenge, like in early September, I had fans already tweeting me, oh, congratulations, you're back from the challenge. And I'm like, what? I'm not even allowed to tweet yet. How do you know where I am and what I'm doing and what?
Someone saw you.
It's that chip that they put in your
Yeah.
neck before you left. That
No, we had to stop going on Twitter before the show because they ruin everything for us, and it's like not even enjoyable to watch.
I don't want to know that shit.
But
crazy.
about that alliance situation. So, Brittany, obviously you've watched the show, so you know that alliances and things like that go on. So, going into it, were you nervous about your partner? Were you trying to create some alliances?
talk to
Like, what
anybody
was your
before?
mindset as far as the game? Because you know Simone, so like, was that already a set alliance? What was the situation?
My situation was I'm gonna go in there and just make friends with people and let things naturally happen as they did. So I went in there. Yes, I was good friends with Simone, but I naturally became friends with Jonna, became really good friends with Jonna and Nani. I instantly clicked with my room.
Was that
usually
one room
happens.
that you just named?
Yep.
Yeah, and then we also had Jemmy. Who else was in
You
there?
didn't click as much with her?
No, we didn't hang out with Jemmy as much, and she kind of got off pretty quickly. She left the house.
I love Jemmy,
What,
but-
after the second week?
Okay.
I don't know. But it was like our little clique, and we're still close right now, so.
Hey.
Now, you say that about Jemmy. So tonight we see a situation, obviously after the deliberation, where, well, let's just talk about the damn deliberation.
Oh, God.
Oh, man, here we go.
We want to hear your
Time to
speech
speak
again.
it.
So you guys sit down. Zach apologizes to you, and he says he wants to be friends. You say that that's all you've wanted to be.
Yeah.
And then we get to deliberation, and TJ asks you. Well, before we
Statistics.
get to deliberation,
Yeah, right before.
the night before,
Yes.
you sit down with Adam because you guys have already decided that Jay and Jenna are going to be safe,
And there's a little booze
right?
involved.
At that point,
Yes.
So now
I
you
think
go.
so.
You talk to Adam, and what happens? Were you guys creating a plot? Was it a normal conversation?
It
You
was
felt
just a
bad for him?
conversation.
You understood?
And I was just talking to him. I just like wanted to know, what was going on and listen to his side. And he's just like, well, I think, Zach wears the pants in the relationship or whatever.
Which a lot of people were saying. And how does that make you feel when you keep hearing that?
I let him do everything that has to do with politics because I was just like, I mean, for instance, I was like, I think it's unfair that we are voting in Brittany and Adam again. She's a rookie, but there's other rookie teams we could vote for, so your reasoning doesn't make sense. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, what? It would only be fair, because I always play fair, if we vote in Jay and Jonna. And that didn't go over so well. No. In deliberation, right before I was like, Zach, you need to explain why we're voting Brittany and Adam in, because I still don't really understand what's going on. And right then, when we got in there, TJ specifically is like, Jonna, who are you guys voting for and why? And then I look over to Zach and I'm just like, wait, what's the reason? He whispers in my ear, he said something like, statistically, Brittany and Adam haven't been performing very well. Like this whole long thing, all I could remember, because I have ADD. Statistics. Because then he asked me again, TJ's like, what's the reason? I'm like, shit. Statistics. I don't know.
And it went over great.
Out of curiosity, is there any chance, whatever he did whisper in your ear, is there any chance that's actually why you voted them in? Or is it 100% because of Jonna?
I don't know if it's because of Jonna or because they, other vets in the challenge play this game where when they vote a team in, they keep voting the same team over and over and over, so you don't, ruffle any more feathers.
Safe.
Yeah,
Safe.
So I think it had to do with, the fact that he wanted Jenna still there. So
I just wish he said that, because at least then I could be like, all right, at least he's calling his own shot. If he was like, listen, I want to keep hooking up with this girl, so let's keep her. Then I would have been like, all right.
I mean, maybe it was too. He felt that Jay and Jenna would never vote us in, and so.
Brittany, when did you realize that? Oh shit, we going in?
Honestly, I would say after my second elimination, and just feeling it out from the different vets and whatnot, and having conversations with people, I kind of just always had my bags packed. I had my bags packed at all times. I'm not gonna lie. I just knew that I was going to get thrown in, and at that point I was kind of like, you know what, it's okay, I'm going to be able to prove myself to people that I want to be here, and it's okay if I get thrown in, because I'm going to learn a lot, and maybe I'll get asked back to other seasons and show these people like, hey, I can compete and I'm here to fight back, and
You've won more eliminations than I have.
I know, I got my hat. We'll talk about that when we come to eliminations, but after my third win, Jonna gave me this awesome hat and wrote me a cute little note inside, and she's like, Rookie of the Year, you've won more eliminations than most people.
You have the most positive attitude out of anyone.
It's interesting though. Do you feel like you just step it up a notch for these eliminations? Because you would think you are such a fierce competitor and your team is doing well, so why wouldn't you guys be winning the challenges?
That's what I don't get, and I keep getting asked that question, and I think it's weird. Our mentality and our endurance just got kicked up a notch during the eliminations, and I think it's because it's do or die. Once you're in that dome, you're either staying there or you're going home, so you have to just kill somebody.
And a lot of the elimination, events are a lot more physical and stuff. Like some of the challenges are a little just corny
Silly.
and goofy.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of chance involved.
Okay, but I have to ask this. I know it's going back to last week, but
the yucca sticks.
Yeah. All right. What happened? We had so many questions about this eating challenge. You guys just like couldn't. What the fuck? I didn't know how else to phrase it. What happened?
It looked like y'all were eating at Starbucks. Yeah. Like y'all were not in the challenge. This is supposed to be Fear Factor. Y'all like.
Yeah. With like brownies.
3 minutes on the clock.
All right.
Were they real brownies?
Yes, real.
So let me explain it. All right. So when we got there, I literally thought that it was like brownies wrapped in like dog shit, and I kept on asking TJ. I'm like, TJ, like, what is it? And he's like, I can't tell you.
They wouldn't,
I don't know.
Tell you.
So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, all right, well, my partner has a weak stomach, so if it's dog shit brownies, he's not going to be able to eat a lot. If it's spicy, he's not going to be able to eat a lot. So I try to play it safe. Then when it came to the yucca sticks, I'm like, you heard me on the show. I'm like, dude, is it wrapped in like bat pee?
Yeah.
You wouldn't tell me.
But you tasted it. Couldn't you taste it?
No, she was coming up with the craziest things. I was like, what show were you watching before you came on to it?
She's like, this is a scorpion bowl. I know it. But honestly, so after you have your first taste, though, you can't get down those what look like French fries.
They did taste really good. I'm not going to lie. So once I actually got to eat them, they were very good. They tasted just like fries.
It's great.
But they were, really dry.
And
it
they
was
were
like
filling you with milk.
Yeah.
which is a very filling liquid and not the best when you're trying to drink something, get something down.
I'm not gonna lie, they did taste good, and yes, it was hard to get down. And if I can go back in time, I probably would have tried to shove more in my
3
mouth.
minutes
But I think
isn't that much time.
Me
It wasn't a
that.
lot of time. I think I ate 9 or 10 of them out of the 13, and I tried really hard. And yes, they are good, but
No, you did the
They were
best out of
dry.
all the other competitors that were there that day because what was Johnny? Simone's?
JJ,
Yeah,
I don't know what he was doing.
I don't think he knew what he was
it
doing.
was just bizarre. Watching you guys eat like delicious foods, probably better food than you have back at your house. Like better than the
let's not
pizza
say
that you got.
Better than the snacks we used to have in the house. We got like Pringles and freaking one yogurt for a house of 24 people. That's all we got.
So cute.
You get Nutella that's gone in
I
5
just needed
seconds.
to clear that up.
Oh my
Sorry.
god! I swear,
butter.
we
Oh,
would like
God.
hoard food in our room and like hide it from everybody. That's the stuff you guys don't see us hoarding food in our bedroom.
Are they still playing the like? You finish a bottle of wine, we'll give you another bottle
Yeah,
of wine.
yeah.
gotta
No, you know
finish
what they
it first?
started doing? Like
What?
when it gets a little too crazy, they have a producer with the bottle
Pour.
and pour into a shot glass and pour it into your drink.
Oh, it's
I was like,
devolving.
we have alcohol.
Wait,
my
Mark and
God.
Johnny, were you guys on a challenge together?
I don't
No.
know.
Wow.
No.
We
Not
never
yet.
got to.
Start
Not
beefing.
yet.
Not
Start
yet.
beefing now.
Fuck you, Janae.
Hey,
Or
so
we can hook up. How
did you guys-
Oh, that's good too.
how did you guys feel about the dome challenges this year?
The domes,
Yeah,
like
the
the eliminations,
yeah.
were pretty intense. I
pretty
thought they
intense.
were pretty good.
Next
They get better.
week's, we won't talk about it, but next week is really intense.
Who goes home?
If I was in that one next week,
Are you in it?
Mike, back
Who
up.
knows?
Britt.
am I in it though? I don't know.
I don't know what
Well,
next
and then okay, so to go off of that, obviously this is the first year for Exile. What did you think of that twist?
we at,
you as a-
in the
as a
house. We still didn't know.
We didn't know about it. Until we got there,
getting
if
out
we
and
got there.
watching it and watching it now in retrospect, what did you think? Cool twist, weird twist,
Crazy twist.
unfair twist. A
No,
fair
not
twist?
unfair. I don't think. But
See, I asked
crazy.
Jemmy and Camilla, right? And
I didn't know
Camilla
about it.
thinks what's going on?
Is it on? Is it?
It's online.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's like lost in online
Put
world.
it in like 30 seconds at the end of the
Right.
show or
Yeah.
something.
That's what I think. Like
They're
you should
trying
be
to
like,
build
hey,
their online, guys. Again,
I
2015.
know.
All right.
We're a little above the age
I
that
know.
they're trying to reach. All right. So
Online.
we just gotta get on our phones. That's why we got.
Let's see who won the elimination.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like even if it was also
I'll tweet
online,
you tomorrow,
or
Mark.
you could
Mark,
get it on.
did you watch it on MTV.com?
If you could get it
course.
online like a week early, but then finally they showed it. Whatever it is, I just feel like I'm missing them, and I know that I can go to the site and watch it, and I get
you
tweets
don't.
about who wins because before I can
Guys,
watch it.
you're bitching about something that you can change. All you have to do, I'm going to give MTV a commercial. All you have to do is log on to MTV.com to check out this is what they want.
How long do they
They
last?
want traffic
I
on their
don't know.
website, guys.
What is this internet world you speak of?
I have nothing to say.
Welcome to AfterBuzz TV. You don't know about those things as you're watching us on fucking YouTube. Get it together,
I can go
Roxy.
online to watch us, but going online to watch them is a whole different story.
Okay.
Fair.
You know what it is? I just don't care. Like I feel like when I go online, my care level goes down. If it's on TV, I'm like I care.
No, see,
But if it's online, I'm like I don't care.
my thing is with the XL thing, I feel like this season, since it's new, you should show it on TV to get us used to the
Yeah,
idea.
well,
that's a
clip.
Because we're used to, once you leave the challenge,
Yeah.
we're done.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I
Who is
get the
in
aspect.
exile right now? Do we know? Since you watched it?
Yeah,
I think it was Simone and
Simone,
JJ.
Versus,
Is Dustin still there? Or is he
Dustin
gone?
and Jessica, wasn't it?
no, didn't they go home?
Oh, Simone and JJ
See?
kicked them out.
Boom.
Well, it's bad. We don't know
Watch
because I haven't
it.
been watching it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, but if you
Don't
guys
hate me,
know-
Fiona Murray.
If you knew about Exiles the first week, would you guys have played the game any different?
maybe.
That's a good question.
Cricket.
Maybe. I probably would have, knowing that there's like
A chance.
another
Because it's
chance.
like, shit, I mean, if I go home, y'all get me in real trouble.
I feel like if knowing that there was going to be an Exiled going into it, you might have been more relaxed about
Yeah.
the challenges because you would know, all right, fuck it. If I screw up and I go home,
I have another
There'd be a little
I have
less
enough chance to
pressure.
come back in. It's less pressure,
Little less,
exactly.
yeah.
So I feel like they didn't want to tell us because they wanted that intensity
Right.
throughout the whole season, and they wanted us to be super competitive. And once you
Yeah, 'cause
got
that's how
there,
it
if you
always
got there,
is.
yeah, they wanted to keep up the same morale. That way, when you got there, you're like, oh shit, I got an extra chance. What?
Camilla, she had a really good idea. I asked them what spin-off they should do for the challenge next year. She said,
Really cool.
instead of going into exile, when you guys lose the challenge, you don't have to do any more challenges, but you get to stay in the house. And
so
but
you
you
have
also
to go
get to
through it.
vote.
Oh.
I
Stir
thought
up the
that would be-
drama, yeah.
Yeah.
And just
I like
Staying in the house would even be-
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't even have to vote. Just keeping y'all in the house where you don't have to do anything. Just be like,
You get
where y'all
some-
going today?
Voting would be great. that would be me.
Yeah.
Smoking.
Yeah. But that's why people
Be the pool swimming.
people
Right.
just want to get the week-to-week paycheck. So probably like some people will go on just to get eliminated to get fucked up.
Okay.
And watch.
As long as they give me drama,
And by
I'm
people,
okay.
I mean I would be that person.
It would be
Roxy.
true. It would be good.
That's true.
Roxy's really concerned about HR and what they're going to have to
I
go
know.
through with this process.
That's such an insurance issue.
You guys get to the breakup, which is the dome. You guys go against Jemmy and Knight. You have to pull these ropes with these
That
concrete
was-
things through levels of concrete. Tell us about that experience. How long were you guys doing this challenge for?
Well, I heard there was a rumor. There's a rumor going around, Jesse.
Oh man, the rumor.
That they actually started the challenge, and it was so the concrete was so thick that they actually stopped it and kind of made it smaller. Is that a rumor?
Well,
Did you?
because there was also a rumor last week on the ball and bat challenge that they had to keep fixing
Yeah.
it because
They
they
did.
kept falling off. So
They
they
did.
keep tampering
Yeah,
with
that was
some
actually
of the.
true, believe it or not.
So you
Yeah.
were there, Brittany.
Yeah, so I'll start off by saying that
Allegedly.
allegedly that may or may not have happened, and yes, it was a very difficult elimination to do. And I would say, again, this was my third elimination going into it. It was the hardest. Out of all the challenges and all the eliminations, it was very physically demanding.
Yeah.
We were out there for at least an hour, pulling, tugging, and although you only see a quick 2-minute clip, if
Oh, yeah.
that, like literally my shoulders the
It's
next day were
forever.
killing me. My lower back was killing me, and you guys
And
don't
you only
see
get
me.
1 day break in between, right?
Well, I like never had a break
Challenge,
because
elimination, interviews, challenge, elimination.
Oh,
I
really?
always got screwed, dude, because they would have days off, and it's like, all right, well, I had a challenge, I had a dome, I had a challenge, I had a dome.
Oh yeah, you were.
I never had a
Every
freaking
day.
break. I want to really quick, and you guys
so
are all
this
gonna
is-
think I'm
what is this?
crazy.
This is the winner's circle. What is
all right.
that?
So after my, I just want to say I was
I'm
very
not sure.
nervous going into my first elimination. I was so scared. I thought that I was going home. I had like no confidence, and I thank my girls in my room for saying, "Hey, Britt, don't think like that. You're gonna come back. You're coming back into this house. Don't think
Yeah.
that way."
Positive
So,
energy.
positive energy, and I love them for that. Very sincere and genuine. Going into my second elimination, I had a little bit more confidence and actually started tallying up my wins. I created in my bedroom, created a big circle out of tape and wrote winner's circle in it. And every time Adam and I won, literally, I would put up a little tally mark and I would sit in there
All day before elimination. It's like, where's Brittany? She's like
meditating.
sitting in this little circle.
I would
in
like
her room.
sit in the room in my circle for an hour before every elimination round, just to like meditate, like have my protein shake and get mentally prepared.
Pocket protein?
I need some for the next time
Hey.
because that's what I used to do. Yeah.
So you get your mind right. You got your energy right. You went in there with a good mind, state of mind.
Yeah, because I wanted to win. At that point, I was just like, you know what? I'm going to get tossed in. I want to win. Same thing with this elimination. Very physically demanding, and I knew that just by me sitting there and meditating and getting into the correct mindset, I would be better off for both me and my partner. So it
Well,
worked.
with you guys going into this is already 3 now, right?
My third one.
So was there a point where you and Adam's relationship it comes to a point of okay, we got to stop the drama, we got to get focused here? Did that get better? Or it was just you guys were just consistent with when we know we got to work, we work.
When we knew we had to work, we worked. Again, we didn't really have a friendship inside of the house, which was really weird. We just kept to ourselves, and I think it's because I was too afraid of him making me look like an idiot again, like he did in Are You the One? Like any little stretch of imagination, if he can make me look like a moron, he would do that. Again, like you guys see it. Oh, she's obsessed. She loves me. She's crazy.
You
When I'm
even say
not.
that. You say he dogs on you.
Yeah, he dogs on me all the time, and I'm like, dude, like I got you through some eliminations. We're doing really well together. Stop crapping on your partner.
I will say, and I can't pretend that I would have been any different because I don't know how draining this was, but he did, it seemed like you were willing to keep pulling, and it pissed me off. He just was like fucking standing
everyone on the
there.
sidelines were like, what? Like, don't quit in the middle of an elimination. And she's like all fired up, like, let's keep going, let's keep going.
And then
he was like
afterwards he's
tired.
That's why I rested. That's why I rested. And I was like, what?
He took like a 5-minute break, And Jemmy and Knight are over there hammering away, and you hear the little peanut gallery over here. Bananas and Jordan are like, "Are you shitting me? You have like $250,000 on the line, like, and you're taking a nap, bro?" It was like hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, he just drops the rope and he's sitting there for 5 minutes.
Wes
And
should
you
have told
wanted
them
to
to
keep
get up.
going. You wanted to keep
I wanted to keep going.
You're like,
Yes.
no more tank tops
West,
for you, bro.
No more sports bras for you.
Well, congratulations, because y'all won.
Thank you.
Sending Knight and Nani and Jemmy home. And then on that note, we will head to predictions. Or not.
Where's the lights?
I don't know. The engineer's sleeping. All right. So we didn't really get to see predictions. We didn't get to.
bro.
Thanks, Nando.
Thanks, man.
So we didn't really get to see predictions because thank you, DirecTV. Y'all fucked that up. But
That's why you don't watch TV anymore, and you should just go online because that's where everything is in 2015.
that, you totally
MTV.com.
just contradicted yourself on so many levels.
I don't know what happened there.
Directing it over to you guys, though, since you guys know of some sort of thing, what's something vaguely that we can expect from next week?
A tease.
What can we talk about?
I don't even know what happens next week.
Well, you said the challenge is really intense next week. You said
Elimination?
The elimination.
The
challenge is
elimination,
really crazy.
yeah, we'll talk about that. I can't really get into it, but just know that the elimination
They stepped it up.
is very crazy. And the couple that gets thrown in, you guys would never expect them to be going in. So there's a huge twist, and you're excited. Get excited.
I hope
still don't
this is the
remember.
alliance thing shuffling.
You know. I'll remind you after.
Okay.
I'm real excited to see the
know.
alliance
I'm trying to be
situation.
secretive. I'm like, I don't know.
Okay, you guys get the call, and MTV wants you guys to come on the next challenge. What challenge do you want it to be?
Definitely not exes again. I know that for damn sure.
Ugh, never, ever again.
You know what's a good
I
challenge?
would rather jump into a dead goat's mouth
The duel.
than work
duel?
with Adam
Yeah,
every
it's
day.
Good
like-
challenge. You're on
By
your
yourself. I
own.
think that's like kind of what they were trying to do with free agents, like an
Yeah.
individual thing. But
You weren't into
I
free
would like to
agents?
do a duel.
Duel's
You weren't into
great.
free agents?
I mean, I liked it. I liked it because, like, you know, no matter what, like, you had to either perform or there's a possibility you could go on. You couldn't use politics to, like, you know, get your way out of anything. I liked the fact that this was a partner challenge. I like having a partner, especially like a male partner. But I just
So you're
would
obsessed?
never do exes ever again.
Do you think they would ever do a boys versus girls?
They've already did it
Battle of the
twice.
Sexes.
They did?
And it was awful. We
Battle
won
of the
both
Sexes.
times.
Battle of the Sexes.
Yeah, that
Really?
was bad.
Battle of
I'm so-
Sexes, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that they do
know.
Battle of the
Crush
TV
them, Jesse.
shows and they just straight up do
Are you saying seasons?
all
right?
seasons. I hope they do like Are You the One versus the Real World.
Versus the
Oh.
challenge.
Versus
that
the
many.
Real
Someone
World.
online tweeted they should do Real
Road
World
Rules just got
versus Road
washed
Rules
down.
versus Are You the One?
What is that prediction?
Mix
you have?
everybody
Like
together.
shows.
Like, yeah, like little teams from each, yeah.
Oh, like
That might
kind
be
of
cool.
cutthroat style
Yeah,
where they do
kinda-
3
yeah,
big teams.
yeah.
That'd be dope.
And then, what projects you guys got going on? What we got going on now? I know you out here, and you working here at AFTERBUZZ TV.
Yeah.
What shows do you do?
Here at AfterBuzz, I do both MTV's Eye Candy on Mondays and sometimes they do it on
You
Tuesdays.
guys have booked some great guests for that too.
Yeah, we had Harvey Guillen last night, and last week we actually had Victoria Justice, which was really
Huge.
cool. So awesome. And I also do Redneck Island on Sundays, which is a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
And you have a new project that might be coming out, so people need to keep in touch with you. And where should they follow you?
You guys can find me
Selfie report.
BrittanyBaldi.com. Yeah, we'll talk about that after. BrittanyBaldi.com, and you guys can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Brittany Baldi. And also, Ryan and I are working on a new project called Selfie Report.
Ryan, squeeze up on the couch.
Ryan!
Ryan's in the house.
Right in the house.
We got sit on the couch so they can see you because they can't see you.
You guys know Ryan from season 1 of Are You the
Ryan,
One?
We're
the
gonna have
one.
you scooch right
Like
in.
you gotta get all up
closer,
on
get
John
closer.
A.
Hey.
All right, so Ryan,
Hi.
what is this selfie report?
Okay, hi guys. For those who don't know me, I'm Ryan Malady from the first season of Are You the One? Brittany Baldi and I moved out here to California together a few months ago.
Roommates?
Roommates.
Nice.
Roommates,
They're my
besties.
friends.
Nice.
We're besties.
I'm so happy you guys moved here.
How many times
me
have you made
too.
out?
Have we yet? I don't think we have. I mean, we met out before.
Yes.
In the past, you know.
Right. It's not
I mean,
since she's moved
we
out.
met on a dating show, so I mean,
There you go.
it's not too unusual.
See,
But
look at her.
yeah,
She's getting a little red over there. All right, so selfie
man.
report.
yeah. So we wanted to do a project together. We're always out doing cool things, meeting crazy people, and
You're
seeing.
so popular.
Oh, stop.
I'm gonna get you a hat.
We have a lot of fun, and a lot
Popular.
of times we take selfies and we interview like our friends, and it just started coming together. We just started saying selfie report with Jonna, like we started saying it
They
to the
always catch
point
me
where
off
it's
guard.
like
I'm like,
everyone's real comfortable taking a selfie, and so we interview our friends, we get great content, and I wanted to put it together. Brittany and I are making it a thing now because
That's genius.
it's fun.
Cool.
We do
We're
it 'cause
excited
it's
for
fun.
it.
I want to be on the
Selfie
selfie
report.
report.
Selfie report.
We're gonna selfie report you
Do
guys.
selfie report right here, right now.
What we gonna do after the
done.
show? Let's
I'll
wrap
do
this
it
up. All
afterwards.
right, so
We'll
they
do it
can,
after.
where can we watch Selfie Report?
We haven't launched it yet. We're currently talking to a production company about a launch date. I wanted to launch it later this month. So
Coming soon.
follow me at Ryan Malady
Ryan Malady.
and at Brittany_Baldi. And we'll keep you posted.
at
on
John
that.
AMTV
And
on
Johnny
Twitter.
MTV, because she's definitely in it. We got plenty of selfies with her.
Yes.
All right, and we
Big
want to
fan.
thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you guys hit us up at AfterBuzz TV on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You guys can tweet me at DJ Jesse J, as I'll be drinking lots of pocket protein.
Yeah,
Damn right.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Damn
Yeah.
right.
You guys can find me everywhere at Roxy Striar.
And I'm at the Mark Long with a
Yes, you
K.
are.
Until next week, same time, same place. Peace.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principal.